Hi, my name's Yasmin and I'm the DM.
Hi, my name is Samantha. I play Elora Greyvale and she is a sorceress from the province of Nephalia.
Hi, I'm Ryan. I play Ogvar Shawfort, the goat-herding, mushroom-seeking ranger from Kessig.
Hi, I'm Rick, and I play Otto, a spring sage from Hanweir sworn to the land, wandering the plain and setting wrongs to right with his ursine companion, Bojo.
When last we left, it had not taken long for Otto and Ogvar to work out where Elora was or what had happened. As the druid dived into action, he grappled with the oversized grit box, fracturing its framework and reducing it in short order to something resembling a Swedish flat pack, whatever Swedish is. All that remained was just a pile of mangled metal as Elora pulled herself together, desperately trying to regain her dignity. Manoeuvring herself onwards, deep into magical darkness, the sorceress was shocked to find that a ropey roof dweller had gotten the drop on her. Both wrangled and strangled, she turned to her abilities to take her back to her friends to seek aid, before breathlessly shredding it with a salt ray in savage fashion. Discussions were had over the problems at hand, resulting in Otto offering up his burly bear form as bait and disappearing into the darkness himself. It was not long before he re-emerged, grappled by a familiar form, before Ogvar put pay to their pitch-black problems once and for all. With the dealers of darkness dispatched, it was time to move further into the mine. Episode 176, Acid Reflex.
So, as you finish killing the second Dark Mantle,
Murder, death, kill.
yeah,
Awesome.
off of where it had been wrapped around Otto's head, you watch as it falls to the floor, dead. Perhaps you have a bit of a nibble at it, Otto.
Absolutely.
And you are kind of left in this room. It's all gone quiet. But what you do notice as you kind of turn around to look into this room beyond, where you were following the mine tracks through, you notice that this room is now dimly lit. Yep.
Just going to cut in very briefly, just so the podcast listeners know, we don't have Ryan with us today. He's actually on his honeymoon in Las Vegas, which personally I think is terribly rude that we've been ditched for that. What do you reckon, Rick?
I think we let him off on this one occasion, mostly because his new wife will murder us if we don't. She will hunt us down one by one and make sure that we pay for it.
Yeah, so Ryan's not with us. So I've got Ryan's character sheets. I've got Ogvar's character sheets. I've never played Ranger before for 3.5, so I will do my best. So apologies if it's a little bit janky.
Sorry if we kill you, Ryan.
No, he would never forgive me.
That's okay. You carry on. I'm a long way away.
Sorry, as you were.
Okay. So turning around to look into the cavern, which you were kind of feeling your way through the darkness, you realise it is now dimly lit. It looks like the lanterns on the walls in here perhaps had a little more oil in them. They seem to be slightly bigger lanterns designed for lighting up a slightly bigger space. And a couple of them are still lit, guttering and providing some very, very dim illumination into this room. And as you look in, you can see the tracks flowing through the room. You can see a divergence in the tracks where clearly there is some sort of kind of slipway where you imagine if minecarts are passing, they drop one cart in to push another cart through. And you can see on the far side of the room, just about, it is dark, dimly lit, a break in the cave walls where the minecart disappears into the darkness beyond.
Well-
Laura, what's your plan?
Well, I'm not sure that I've got one. I'm not sure after all of that, because I'm really not having a great day. I'm not really sure that maybe I am the best person to go down. Should we
Well,
just...
If it's wide enough, perhaps I lead, and you and Ogvar follow, and just make sure I don't get dead.
Yeah, I think we stick close together.
Yeah.
I think safety in numbers, right?
Yeah. Maybe go back and hire a few more guys if that's the plan, though.
Well, yeah, there's that option, but we're here now.
Okay. So, looking around the room, obviously the tracks diverge in that. I think Otto would naturally tend to just follow the left-hand wall in terms of a route and just take the first exit following that side round.
Yeah, so you enter this room and perhaps take a cursory look up at the ceiling and you see some more stalactites, but you're pretty sure these are actual stalactites and not stalactites in disguise. They seem pretty solid. As you inch your way around to the edge of the room, and could I please have a listen check from everyone?
You can.
So, Laura, you'll be rolling twice, one
I
for
will
Ogvar,
indeed.
one for yourself.
I've got 6 million sheets. Oh, this is fun.
So,
Okay. A listen check. Okay. So, Ogvar would have a 15 plus 12, which is a 27 on the listen.
Neat.
Nice.
And Alora would have... she would also have a 15 plus... what's her listen check? Plus a 6 for a 21.
Okay.
So that's pretty cool.
Otto got a 16 on the dice, plus 18 for 34.
Woo!
34.
Everyone's
nice.
rolled high, that's cool.
Okay, so as
Useful.
you all approach this gap in the cave wall, you can see it's another passage leading through to what would appear to be another room or a cave. And again, you can see around this entrance there are pieces of wood, thick columns of wood which have been propped up on either side, a piece of wood over the top clearly to support the structure as the miners have clearly tunnelled a hole through to make this tunnel basically a passage into the next chamber. All of you are able to hear a low, rumbling, growling sound emanating from the next room.
Oh, is that a hungry minecart? Because if it is, I'm not going in there.
Sorry, it might be my stomach, says Ogvar.
Oh, well, I won't
In the
ask.
worst accent ever. Okay, I'm sorry.
I won't ask what you've been eating then.
Okay. And as you peer round into this next room, again, very, very dimly illuminated, you can see the following.
Great. So we're actually just entering the room at this point, are we?
You're just peering.
Oh, just peering around.
You're just peering around.
As subtly as a bear can.
It was probably the bear's stomach. I'm hoping it was somebody's stomach.
At least it wasn't his arse. You are standing
Yeah, 'cause-
right behind him.
Yeah, that's it. No, yeah. I mean, at that point, if she thought that was it, she would just go to the side wall and pull Ogvar where she was standing.
Don't leave me.
Clouds of toxic green gas.
Okay. And indeed, you think it might be someone's stomach. It's not any of your stomachs, though. It might be one of the stomachs which belongs to the 4 large, slathering beasts.
Oh.
Clearly canine. You can spot the glint of metal collars around their throats, thick iron banded collars which look quite cruel. They're devilishly spiked, and the beasts themselves are large and mangy, and they almost look like they've been torn apart and put back together. They look that kind of matted, cut up, damaged creatures, and you see 4 of them spread about the room, 2 closer to the entrance and 2 at the back laying down. Can you all make me a stealth check, please?
God.
Make one? Yes. Succeed in one? That's a whole different thing.
Well, I didn't ask you to succeed, did I?
Yeah, so this is a hide check, I presume, yes?
Yes, sorry,
yeah,
hide check.
hide,
Apologies.
isn't it? So, that would be a 16 plus 6, so 22 for Ogvar.
Okay.
And for Alora, hide. Oh dear. Oh well, okay, it could be worse. Oh, that's a 19 plus 4 for a 23 for Alora. Good God, what's going on?
That's pretty awesome. So you two are moving around silently. I rolled an 8, had a 1, and get 9. Probably kick over a couple of stones on the way in.
Okay, so I've rolled a couple of dice myself to see what they perceive you. Shockingly, they do.
Wow.
So
You don't say.
one rolled a 6, so it's not noticing anything. One rolled a 9, so it's going to spot Otto first. One rolled a natural 1, so that one's going to be one of the ones at the back, which is fast asleep apparently. And one of them rolled a 24, so it notices all of you. Okay, and with that, roll initiative, please.
Oh. Okay.
I get some hit dice.
Oh dear, that didn't go well. That's an 8 plus a 5 for Alora.
Give me 1 minute, sorry.
Sorry.
Okay, so I'm just rolling up some hit die for these.
We are still here, Rick.
Yeah, so I'm just rolling up some hit die.
Don't worry, I
can
could hear.
see him,
It's
he's
fine.
down at the bottom.
We've all been there.
That one's a bit chunky.
Oh, it's raining. Awesome.
And then...
Crikey. I don't like all this rolling.
Hey, as long as it's hit points and not damage coming at us, it's okay.
I lied, it's all
Absolutely.
damage. Okay, so, sorry, initiative rolls. We had Alora,
Alora got a 5 plus an 8 for a 13.
13. Ogvar,
And Ogvar got an 11 plus a 6 for a 17.
17. Otto,
I will be going last.
what did you roll?
I rolled a 1 and have a +1.
Okay, classic.
Well, it could have been worse. It could have been a -1, I suppose.
So, classic Otto behaviour, that is.
Yeah, that's okay.
Follow the bear.
Okay. He's looking less cocaine, more bear, more Winnie the Pooh.
No, that's just what happens when I
that
troll
terrible
on intimidation, because I'm not good at that either.
I can't maths. That's fine. Go. And ooh, crikey, they're rolling good.
What the bloody hell am I going to do with this lot? I just don't know.
Fireball.
Oh, God. Well, it might be useful if I had it, but...
Yeah.
So, top of the round, we're going to have that one.
I think I might know what
Then
I'm
we're going to
do.
have that one. Then we're going to have
That would be kind of... It's a cave, isn't it?
Actually, you know what?
that one. Then we're
I'm
going to
doing
have
this.
that one. Then we've got Alora. Then we've got that one.
Thing is...
And then we've got Otto at the bottom. Okay.
40-foot ranger. Ooh.
Sweet. So, first round of combat begins. And we have... Who's the one who rolled poorly? The one that rolled poorly was number 1, was the one that rolled shit.
May I ask
Excuse me?
how big the room is?
So the room is
The cave, that is.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 50, 55, but I think I've lost count, so I'm just going to go for 55. 55
feet
long, and then 5, 10, about roughly 30 foot wide.
Height?
Height's going to be about 35, maybe 40 foot.
Okay.
Oh dear, she's not going to use the flinging spell, is she? She is. I can see her face.
No, I've got an idea. I've actually got an idea for once.
See, for you, I don't know whether that's a good thing or whether it's just going to be bad. I don't know.
Well,
Anyway,
it's not a feather.
it's not a feather, right?
It's not a feather.
Okay, well that reassures me ever so slightly. Okay, so top round of combat is going to be one of these creatures. I think we'll call them wolves. They're an approximation of a wolf. I'm just going to call them a wolf to be simple. One of these wolves gets up from the back, where it's been lying down, clearly scenting the air, its jaws slathering, almost foaming like it's got some sort of rabies or something's not right with it. As it turns its head towards the entryway where you are almost hidden slightly behind the wall, as you're just kind of turning around and peeking through, and it howls. There is it's the most unpleasant howl you have ever heard. Where a normal wolf would have a very high pitched, very kind of almost like a choral howl, this is guttering, and it sounds like it sounds like its lungs are half filled with water.
Oh.
It's a very, very disgusting wet sound. As could you all please make me a will saving throw?
Oh. Will saves. Oh,
Will save.
great. Just love those. Will.
As opposed to Bill, yes.
Yeah, that's a 7 plus an 8 for a 15 for a Laura.
15 for Laura. And Otto.
I have rolled an 18 for Otto, plus 11 for 29.
And that is
Sweet.
a 3 plus a 4 for 7 for Ogvar. Not great.
No, that's not good at all. So 15 was the DC. And Ogvar is now
Not going to be happy with me.
Uncharacteristically finding some cover.
Ogvar is now experiencing not a fear effect, but with the nature of this howl and the way it kind of resounds in his head, he's going to have his movement shorted by 5 foot.
Okay.
As it's not a full-on fear effect. He's not scared, he's not frightened, he's not shaken, but it is this kind of trepidation. It's almost this trepidation fills his mind and his body, and it's effectively just going to short him 5 foot of his movement.
Okay, so it's kind of like a lack of confidence sort of thing from it. Just a hesitation from it.
Yeah, it's enough to short him off that movement though. Okay. As it gets to its feet and turns its attention towards all of you, drawing the attention of these other creatures, as they all kind of simultaneously look towards the tunnel entrance.
Okay.
Next up in the round is number 2. Number 2, who will begin to move forwards. She's going to move kind of across into the room to kind of stand over the top of the mine tracks, facing almost directly down the tunnel towards you, as it moves kind of to stare you down directly. Next up, we have Ogvar.
Well, obviously, the tunnel we're in isn't very wide, is it?
No, it's about 5 foot wide.
Okay, so effectively, Otto's bear form is kind of filling the majority of that.
Otto's
bear form is kind of filling the majority.
Well,
of
no,
that
you're
space.
kind of clustered around the entrance at the moment. You aren't in the tunnel.
Okay, so I think Ogvar would stand to the one side,
Yeah.
and I think he will stand his ground where he is, and I think he would initially. What is his? Do we know what his favoured enemy is?
Humans.
Just humans, or
Yeah,
does he have a second?
Just humans.
Okay, just humans. So okay, doesn't get favoured only. I think he would probably just loose off 2 shots
Okay.
initially at the one that's perhaps nearest.
Yeah, okay, so roll to hit.
Okay, so roll to hit. So he's got right. His roll to hit is a 17 plus 10 on the first one for a 27.
Sweet, yep.
Do you want me to do damage on that or do?
Just roll the second one first.
Okay, and roll the second one. That is a 19 plus 5 for a 24.
And does that hit the critical range for a bow? I believe that does. 19 to 20 on longbow.
Yes, it's 19 to... no, it's composite longbow. No, it's 20.
Okay, sweet. Okay, so roll those 2 rounds of damage.
Which would be 1d8 plus 1 for each. Does that sound right?
Yep.
Okay. 1d8 plus 1. So the first one will do 8 points of damage in total.
Sweet. And which one's that on? Is that on number 2, is it?
That would be on his first shot.
No, which creature is that on?
Oh, the one that's nearest.
So number 2.
Yeah, I think it'd just loose both shots onto the nearest.
Okay, yep.
And the second one was also a 7 plus 1 for an 8.
So 16 points cumulative?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, sweet, yeah.
Nice.
So Ogvar kind of steps up and faces down the tunnel, making direct eye contact with this beast, which has just kind of moved over the top of the mine tracks. As he leases 2 down the tunnel, as they whistle and echo slightly. And you get this kind of this echoing effect as they kind of echo through the tunnel, and then as the room opens up, they lose an amount of that echo as they bury themselves into this creature. Okay, and is that the end of Ogvar's turn?
Yes, I don't think he would move forward. I think Allura would just give him a slight slap on the shoulder. So, nice one, Ogvar. Well done.
Okay, so next up is this creature number 1. As it stood by its brethren, it begins to move up, and it's going to move up at a very, very quick pace to engage down the tunnel. As it moves down the tunnel and attempts to latch onto Ogvar for a 14 to hit, which I don't believe will hit.
No, because he's also got
Mage armor?
some mage armor on him that I gave him as well. So I'm just looking for his AC. Normal AC is 17, and I gave him another 4, so that'd be 21.
Okay, yeah, you see it come pounding down the tunnel, jaws snapping, saliva trailing behind it as it leaps up to try and sink its teeth into Ogvar. He's able to get his bow up and in the way in time to kind of push it away as it just basically, it's up in its air and the back legs, it's just yapping and snarling at him as it goes. Okay, so next up, Elora, you're up.
Okay, I've got a clear line of sight on the other 3 from where I am at
No.
the entrance. No?
No.
How many can I see?
You can only see the one that's right up in Ogvar's grill. It's filling the 5-foot space.
So
can't
would
see.
Otto have told me that there were
I didn't
others
have an
in-
opportunity
in-
yet.
No, okay,
No.
so I wouldn't know. I've just seen
No.
this thing come out of nowhere. Oh, God.
Well, you've seen Ogvar step around, obviously see something, you fire a couple of shots, you've said him well done, and then this creature has come out of the darkness of the tunnel and has launched itself at Ogvar where he stood next to you.
Okay. I think what she would do is I think she will cast a scorching ray. She gets 3 rays, but it is a roll to hit. So I think she would cast scorching ray directly at this creature. Has it actually got a hold of?
No, it's just up in his grill.
front. Yeah, I think she. Ooh, it's close range, isn't it?
It is engaged in combat, so you will take the
right. No,
penalties.
I'm not going
-4,
to
I
be
think.
wanting to do that.
Disadvantage.
I think what she will do is... What is she going to do? She can't reach it with her hand, can she?
I mean, you could probably touch it, but you'll still be engaging when it's engaged with someone else. You'll still take a disadvantage on it.
In that case, she's going to lean forward and she's going to touch Otto on the shoulder. And she is going to cast she's going to cast Mage Armor Greater on Otto as well. She doesn't like the look of this thing.
Okay.
And she has no idea whether it's on its own at this stage.
Okay, so you're casting Mage Armor Greater on Otto.
Yeah. So have you got any physical armour? You haven't, have you, Isabel?
Not in this form, no. That's a massive difference.
In that case, you will get a +6 to your AC.
That's amazing. Thank you. That changes what I'm going to do. I like that. Thank you.
I think she would just be horrified and go, "Oh my god, what the hell is that? Kill it!" I think that's all she'd get out at that point.
Okay, sweet. So, after your turn is over, you've cast Mage Armor Greater on Otto. You see his fur take on a blue tinge, almost as if it's turned to steel ever so slightly. It's got that kind of steely ripple to his brown pelt. I'm assuming he's a brown bear.
Yes.
But it's not the first time lately he's had static running over his coat, is it? Let's face it.
Yeah.
Thanks for the reminder of that one.
Pillow boy over there.
As you all hear another gargling, burbling howl. Can you all make me will saves, please?
Will saves. Here we go again.
I got one higher than last time.
Oh my goodness me. Right, I'll roll for Ogvar first. So that is 9 + 4 for a 13. And a... what have I got? Will save. Oh gosh, a 2 + an 8 for a whole 10.
Okay,
Decidedly
Otto.
average.
So Otto rolled a 19 + 7, 30.
Okay. Anyone who rolled under 15 has their movement speed reduced by 5 foot as they are overcome with a trepidation. And Ogvar will begin to feel, as the disadvantage towards him now stacks up to 10 foot, it feels almost like his lungs are starting to fill with water of some kind. It's getting difficult for him to breathe, which is limiting his movement. As his chest just gets tighter and tighter, as kind of this gurgling sound resonates throughout the cavern.
Did we all fail that one?
No, Rick passed.
Rick passed that one.
Yeah, because he's good at D&D.
Otto's okay. He's fine.
Okay, and next up, end of the round, Otto, you're up.
So with this thing right in front of him, obviously being aggressive towards Ogvar, he's simply going to lash out at it with his claws and jaws.
Sweet.
Let's have a look. So claws first. Nat 1 and a 3, probably going to not achieve a lot. So the highest there would be a 17.
Unfortunately not.
Nope.
Bite 17 was that?
Let's go for a bite, see what we get there. Yeah, the highest was 17.
Oh.
That was 2 sets of claws. I'm just going to go for a bite.
Wait, sorry, hang on. Did you say the highest was 17? Sorry.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, so what did you get? Sorry.
My apologies. I rolled a 1 and a 3 with plus 14.
Okay.
So I had a nat 1, 15, and a roll of 3 plus 14, 17 for the claws.
Sorry, the 17 would have hit, yes.
Oh, okay. Take it. So it's a d8 plus 9 damage. That's 12 damage to the claw, and I will not engage in a grapple.
Okay.
And the bite, following up from that, is a 15 on the roll, plus 9 for 24. So,
Hits,
assuming that one's got
nice,
through.
definitely.
Excellent.
2d6 gives us
chomp, chomp.
7 plus 5 for 12 damage.
12 points of damage. Lovely.
And
So,
I think at that point, after having just swept his claws around and chomped on this thing a little bit, he just raids up on his hind legs a little bit and give a roar. He's trying to be as intimidating towards them as he can. Not that he's particularly intimidating.
sweet. Can you make me a fortitude save, please?
Yeah. 2 plus 13, 15.
15. 15 does not make it, unfortunately.
They don't taste very nice, do they?
They don't taste very nice. As you bite down into it, you you feel something crunch in its neck, something probably quite important, as it goes limp very, very quickly. And as you toss it away, its corpse now kind of... Well, it's a corpse now. It's dead. You toss it away, and your mouth, where your teeth have sunk into it, have been coated in whatever fluid may flow through this creature's veins. As you watch, its body starts steaming and bubbling as it almost begins to dissolve in front of your eyes.
Oh.
And as you see that, you start getting a funny taste in your mouth.
Oh God! Is it acidic?
Oh yes, it's acidic. As you take 16 points of acid damage, as you feel the taste buds on your tongue start to be burnt away, the insides of your cheeks almost start to peel. Your gums are bleeding and sore. Your teeth feel loose in their sockets. As effectively your mouth and your lips, as Alora looks at you, it almost like your lips have started to kind of be eaten away and dissolved by this strong acid.
Oh!
So that roaring it was doing, that's mostly pain then.
Yeah, it's pretty nasty. And it's kind of, as you look at Otto's face, both Ogvar and Alora, you can see that this kind of his face is actually appears to be foaming around the mouth, and that you can actually imagine this froth and this foam is actually a side effect of this acidic kind of dissolvement of Otto's flesh and structure.
Well, that was not fun.
No, that sounds absolutely foul.
Okay, Otto, is that the end of your turn?
I think if he can see the others further into the cave, he might just spit out that there are 3 more of them, as he's trying to get this horrible stuff out of his mouth.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, so you're able to do that. You're able to tell the rest of your crew that there's a couple more. As you finish up your turn.
Yep.
Okay, so next up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The creature at the far back of the cave is making its way up towards you. As it passes between the other 2 creatures, one on the tracks, one to the right hand side, and makes its way up to the flare out of this tunnel. Up to there, up to the kind of flare out of the tunnel, and that is where it ends its turn as it runs out of movement. Okay, so next up is Ogvar.
I think seeing this, I think Ogvar would probably immediately grab his water skin from wherever it is off the side of his pack, hand it to Otto and say, there you go, Otto. You might need this. And
I didn't realise Ryan was back from Vegas that soon.
It's an attempt.
It's better than my attempt. Came out sounding Russian.
And then he's going to say, right, you. I think it's time that you went back in your kennel. And he's going to take another 2. I think he's going to take another 2 shots on. He can just see the one more coming towards him.
Okay, so you can't take 2 shots because 2 shots is your
full round action.
Actually, free action. Oh no, free action.
Action to talk.
No,
I'm handing him a water skin.
Yeah, you're retrieving
Remember
action, so
that
you won't get the full round.
He doesn't have hands, so it'd be little point, unfortunately.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good. I mean, Ogvar would have to probably spend the turn trying to wash Otto's mouth out.
I think he probably would do that.
Yeah,
actually.
I mean, it's quite a gory sight.
I mean, somebody suffering from that. I mean, you don't want it to burn anymore. It's
Yeah, it's quite a gory
he's in bear
sight.
form, so it's not,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he would.
It's quite a grisly sight. Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. I hope you're okay.
Okay. And is that the end of that's at the end of Otto's turn?
I think he would just then spend the rest of the turn preparing his bow again.
Yeah. Okay.
Just making sure it's knocking another arrow ready.
Yeah, sure thing. Okay, so with that, everyone, another will save, please, as you hear another gargling, guttering sound.
Bloody hell.
And Otto, this perhaps resonates with you a bit more, having felt this acid burn your mouth and burn your face. You hear the gargling and you think, yeah, that... You kind of get why it's so guttural and horrible sounding now.
Okay, another will save, right. That's a 10 plus 8 for Laura for an 18.
Sweet. Otto?
8 plus 11 for 19.
Sweet.
And an 8 plus 4 for a 12 for Ogvar.
You're really abusing Ogvar at this point.
Right.
As Ogvar again feels his chest tightening, feels a sense of rising nausea as his speed is reduced another 5 foot.
God.
As he
So
begins
he's
to
now
kind of,
down by 15 foot.
yeah, half his movement speed effectively. He's really kind of feeling and kind of bulking almost at this kind of sight at the moment.
Okay.
And with that, creature number 1. Creature number 1, the one which was stood on the mine tracks, bolts up towards you, skidding to a stop, 5 foot away from both Elora and Ogvar. Well, actually, from all of you. Actually, you know what? It's going to go right up to you. It's up in your grill. As it comes to a shuddering stop, its legs splayed wide, its head down low, almost in the kind of a puppy about to play pose, as you can see the foam around its mouth begin to bubble, and almost it's like a foam blower at a party. It froths out of the side of its mouth in copious quantities as this disgusting gurgling sound emanates from its stomach, and you begin to see kind of steam rising off of its body as patches of hair start falling out in front of your eyes. And that's where it will spend, that's where it's going to finish its turn, kind of coughing and gargling up foam and spittle. And next in the round is Elora.
Oh, God. So this thing is 5 foot in front of us?
Oh yeah, it's 5 foot in front of you. It's effectively blocking the passageway.
Just need to check something. Bear with. Oh my goodness me. What to do?
Something.
Can I dismiss that? Yes, I can. Can I control it? Hang on, I just want to see if I cast something, whether I can actually move it. No. Bugger. Can I move that? Sorry, I just need to... I think I can move that. Yes, I can. Oh my god. Elora is going to cast Defenestrating Sphere. It wasn't what she was going to do, but she can move this once she's cast it.
Okay, you're casting Defenestrating Sphere.
I am. Now this one's quite complicated, so I've got to get this right. So, right. I can hit one creature, so I'll take the creature in front of me.
Yeah.
Let's see if it hits first of all.
Okay, roll to hit them. Is there a save for it, or is that afterwards?
Let me roll for it first.
Yeah, got you.
Oh, fucking yes! That's a natural 20!
Yay!
Oh my god,
Amazing.
that's awesome. Okay, alright.
Confirm critical for me?
What, on a spell?
No, we don't confirm critical.
No.
No. Carry on. Continue.
Oh, right,
actually,
okay, so that's a natural 20. Oh my god, right, okay. I'm going to read through this because... Just double check me on it. Right. It hit... Oh god, right. Okay. erupts a cloudy grey sphere of whirling air and howling wind that will reach out to the enemy. When I cast the spell, hang on a minute. Oh god, sorry, this is quite complicated. Okay, I've got here the initial wind force damage. There is I need to read through this to make sure, but I've got the initial wind force damage is 3d6. Small or medium creatures must make a fortitude save 18 or be knocked prone.
Okay, so roll that 3d6 for me to start off with, and that
3d6.
initial damage.
Just point of order, spells can crit.
They can, can't they?
Yeah.
Yep.
So, okay, that wasn't great. So that was 5 points of damage off 3d6.
Yes, it's critical though.
Yeah. So that is going to be doubled?
Yeah.
Okay. So that... Oh, right, so that's going to be maximised, isn't it, if it's a crit?
First one, yeah.
Yeah.
First half, so it'd be 18 on the first. And
Okay, so
roll?
it's 18 on the first roll, and then an extra 5.
So 23.
Yeah.
23, okay.
And then I've got... Sorry, this is... did it save on the fort save?
It... 7...
It's an 18.
Yeah, no, it only hit 13.
Okay, it gets driven 1d8 times by 10 into the air.
Okay.
So, that's a full 8. I couldn't write it.
Oh my god.
So that it gets driven 80 feet into the air. It says...
If it can't go, it takes...
Yeah, it falls 1d6 squares from its starting point in a random direction, and it suffers normal falling damage. But if it's unable to reach its height, it takes another 1d6 for each 10 foot unachieved. So you said this ceiling was, call it 40 foot. Yeah, so it takes...
It's a little bit lower in the tunnel, because it's a tunnel. It's standard human height. So it's about 10 foot tall maximum.
Okay, so it's going to take 7d6 damage for hitting the ceiling.
Yep, so roll 76.
God. I think that's all of the dice that I've got. Yep, that's all of the d6s I've got.
You're about to get an acid shower.
7d6, well, you know. Okay, we've got 6, 16, 19, 20. That's 25 damage from hitting the ceiling. And then it'll take another d6. It's 1d6 for every 10 foot fallen, isn't it?
Okay, so
Oh, I won't need to do that then by the looks of it.
As you cast your spell, you produce a whirling ball of air which screams throughout the tunnel, and it echoes horrifically. The creature, seemingly unable to keep hold of its footing, is smashed. It's
Tunnel
smashed
shape.
into and kind of almost dragged along the floor as it's thrown upwards into the air. The tunnel only being maybe 10 foot high at its maximum, because this is a tunnel through to a larger chamber. It flies upwards with an incredible amount of force. And where you would usually expect something to maybe come back down, this does not come back down, as it is impaled through by a stalactite in the ceiling, and dies a whimpering death. And I would like all of you to make me a reflex save, please.
Redecoration?
Oh,
A reflex save. Christ. Okay. Please. That's a 16 plus a 4 for a dirty 20 for Ogvar.
Okay.
And... oh my god, that's a 2 plus an 8 for just a 10 for Laura.
Okay, and Otto?
Gets a 9 on the dice plus 7 for 16.
16. Okay. What did Ogvar get, sorry? 20.
Yes, dirty 20.
And
yeah.
you got a...
was it 10? 10. It was a 2 plus an 8 for 10.
Okay. With a save, you take half damage.
Okay.
So anyone who saved takes half the damage. With a...
Sorry, what was the DC?
Yeah.
19 points, and the DC was a 6. No, hang on. DC was 18. Sorry.
Right, yeah, well I definitely failed that. Laura definitely failed that.
So 19 points if you failed, and then 9 points if you succeeded on the save.
Right.
So I think
Ogvar saved.
Ogvar takes 7. Otto takes 7. 9, sorry.
No, yeah, so he'll take the full 19.
Oh, you take the full 19. Okay.
Yeah.
As the body is pierced through, the bubbling and foaming out of its mouth only seems to increase. As it's pierced, it explodes into a shower of acid, which coats you. The only one of you lucky enough to kind of escape from that is Ogvar, who is able to kind of dance out of the way backwards, where both yourself and Otto are doused with sprays of acid, taking 19 points of damage in the process, as your clothing begins to attain holes and burning spots. The skin underneath becomes blistered and raw, and it's just a very, very unpleasant effect, as you know, if it lands a little bit on your hair, Alora, a chunk of hair falls out.
Ah!
You might get another hole in your hat. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. You acquire some damage as this splatters over you. Okay. Elora, is that the end of your turn?
Well, I've cast. I haven't moved, so I think once again, I think she would reach for reach for a water skin and start throwing water around.
Okay.
Is that sphere staying right in front of us?
Yeah, the sphere's still right in front of you.
Okay.
Yeah, at the moment, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So she hasn't. Yeah, she's only just cast that. I don't think she can cast it.
No,
in the same round.
Move the second round. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, with that, the end of your turn, we have. That one's gone, so let me just move that one off the board. Ooh.
Tricky.
Here comes another one.
God.
And the two of these creatures remaining, they are growling, gurgling. You see the frothing of their mouths, as the other one, so one of the other remaining creatures moves up to flank. Basically, there's two on either side of the track now, one on either side of the tunnel exit. As it kind of goes down into that same kind of puppy playing pose, and again you can almost see the steam rising off of it, as its mouth begins to froth immensely, and it begins to kind of gurgle and gurgle, and that is the end of its turn. So last up in the round, Otto.
Okay, so this whirling sphere is right in front of me, right? Just to confirm.
Indeed.
And there's no easy way around it. So
Nope, it is 5 foot.
I think, given the amount of pain that Otto is currently in, he's simply going to initiate a total defense action just in case something breaks through. He's not going to attempt going through himself, and he's hurting a bit. So, yeah, he's simply going to try and protect himself as best he can.
Yeah, you hunker down and you kind of draw yourself in, and you just get yourself ready for anything that might come. Okay. Okay, and back to the top of the round, which is round 4, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay, round 4. A will save from everyone, please.
Really good.
Jesus. Okay, that's a 13 plus a 4 for 17 for Otto.
17, nice.
And a 9 plus an 8 for 17 for Alora.
Okay, sweet. And Otto?
Otto has a 13 plus 11 for 24.
Yeah, sweet, you're all fine. So you again hear this gurgling howl echoing out again, and you feel it shaking, almost kind of starting to creep into your consciousness. but you're able to shake it off, having seen one of these creatures exploded, having dealt with them pretty quickly. The fear of, the trepidation that these creatures inspire is starting to wear thin, as you're able to shake off the effect easily, all of you. Okay, and seeing the whirling force in front of it, the other creature also goes down into this kind of puppy play pose, and the whole process again, the whole frothing, the steaming, the burbling and gurgling, as it kind of begins to kind of cough up kind of this very putrid looking green fluid which foams up very quickly. And Ogvar's up next.
Right. Well, he can't shoot through the sphere. He can't see round it, can he?
You can't go over it, you can't go under it. Got to go through it. No?
I don't think there is a lot that Ogvar can do, because this thing is literally parked in the way.
Yeah, you've parked as well.
Yeah, so I mean, he knows that this is an Allura thing to deal with, and he can't do anything. And he's going to use the pause in activity, if you'll pardon the pun, to just take a moment to catch his breath after what's just happened.
Yeah.
And try and take stock of things. So actually, it's just bought him a moment or two to just
no action.
Stop.
Just get his water skin tucked away, get himself reset, and okay, cool, perfect. And Allura, you're up next.
Right. Allura is going to, first of all, she's going to dismiss this spell. So with the wave of her hand, she is going to dismiss it.
Yeah.
And end the effect. Because obviously it's blocking their path. They've got to go forwards.
Yeah, the wind roars out of the tunnel behind you as it escapes, kind of leaving you kind of looking wind-blown, but it's now dissipated, it's gone.
And she will... what will she do? What's in front of her now that's dissipated?
The 10-foot passageway and then two of these creatures on either side.
And she can see the two creatures.
Well, yeah, so one creature either side, so two total, yeah. And yeah, you can see both these creatures. They're both kind of legs splayed, heads down, burbling and gurgling, steaming and frothing. All of the adjectives.
How far away from her are they?
About 10 foot. 10, 15 foot probably.
15.
5, 10, 50, yeah, 15 foot.
Okay. The other one, when it exploded on the ceiling, because it was above, it sprayed down, didn't it?
It sprayed everywhere, yeah.
Okay, with the force and everything. Okay, she is going to cast Scorching Ray. She has to roll for each ray, but she gets 3 rays, and she's going to start by casting the first one at the nearest.
Okay. And can you delegate those onto same targets, or do they have to be different targets?
You can put them onto different targets, I believe, haven't it? You blast your enemies with fire rays. Each ray requires a ranged touch attack to hit and deals 4d6 points of fire damage. The rays may be fired at the same or different targets.
Okay, perfect. Yep. Okay, so go for it. Which one are you aiming for first?
And are they both within 30 feet of each other? They are, aren't
yes,
they?
they are.
Yeah, that's fine. So she's going to go with she'll go with the one on the left.
Your left?
Yes, Allura's left.
Okay, so
Yeah,
number 4, yep.
She'll go with the one on the left first of all. Oh god, that's a 5 plus 9 for a 14.
Hits.
Whoa, okay. She's going to roll the damage on that first.
Yeah,
she
sure,
wants to
let's
see
go
what
for it,
happens with these. So that's 4d6.
Sweet.
So that is 8. That is 11 points of damage to the one on the left.
Okay.
She's going to roll. If that one's still up, she will roll to hit that one again.
Yep. Okay.
That is a 9 plus a 9 for 18 to attack.
Hits, yes. Roll
And again,
damage.
4d6. That is 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's 18 points of damage to that time.
Okay, sweet. It's looking a little battered.
Okay. In that case, she will stay on that one target.
Okay.
And she will roll for the last ray.
Roll to hit.
That is a 19 plus 9 for a 28 to hit.
Hits, yeah.
She's pretty pissed off at this moment in time. She's not had a good day, and that is 2, 3, 4, 5, only 7 to hit that time.
7 damage.
7 damage.
Okay.
Sorry, 7 damage.
Yeah, sweet. So it's looking pretty burnt at the moment. You fire off these 3 scorching rays, you
Yeah, I mean, they would just come out in a like a barrage.
Yeah, and they
a Gatling gun of fire.
Yeah, they strike this creature, and you see that the hair that's left on its body begins to ignite. You get the smell of burning keratin.
Yeah.
And there also seems to be kind of like almost this halo effect where you've got kind of gases being set alight around it.
Yeah.
And it's shimmering with fire as you're burning it. And does that set things on fire as well? Do you get a burn damage afterwards? Or is it just
no, it doesn't say so.
hit?
It's just straight damage. It doesn't say that other things combust with it. So
Okay, perfect. And that's at the end of your turn.
Yeah, would she take that? Again, bear with. There's something I just want to check. Where is it? Oh, it's all in inventory. Hang on. She is going to drink. She's going to reach into her backpack. She's not going to move, but she's going to reach into her backpack and pull out, in the side of her backpack, a potion of watery breath. And she is going to drink it.
Okay.
Is that possible to do that, or can I just take it out?
I'd say taking it out is going to be enough of an action.
Fine, I'll take it out and she'll have it in her hand ready for next turn.
Sweet. Okay, cool. Perfect. End of your turn. The creature on what is your right, as you're facing it, the creature on the right, seemingly, I want to say charged up. It's emitting copious amounts of foam, copious amounts of kind of shimmery gases around it. It's looking, physically it looks in a terrible, terrible state, even though none of you have landed a blow on it. It straightens up from its kind of almost bent low, almost ready position and charges towards you as it basically moves 15 foot upwards into your space, bashing into the front of you as its swollen body explodes.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
And I would like you all to make reflex saving throws,
Oh my
please.
god! I hate these things. Oh.
Okay. Otto, have you got a reflex saving throw for me?
Yeah, 17 plus 7 for 24.
24. Okay, pretty good.
Reflex. Right. Oh god, that's a natural one for Ogvar, but a plus 12 for 13.
Natural one doesn't help. A natural one's a natural one.
Bollocks.
So Ogvar fails, Otto succeeds.
And Alora... Sorry, what was it? Reflex?
Yep.
That is a 12 plus 11 for a 23.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, so it is a DC 18. So Alora and Otto, you will both take half damage. Ogvar will take full points of damage as he fails. Unless there is a reaction action he can take to move away.
I mean, he could use his translocation anklet to move him 10 foot back, but that is...
It's a swift action, so basically the same thing.
So he can do that?
Yes.
Yeah. I think that's all... Yes,
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
he would do that.
Okay, perfect.
So does that put him on a...
It would take him 10 foot away and out to the blast radius.
Oh, thank God for that. This could be bad.
Europe.
Well, this could be bad. This could be very bad.
I can't do math, stop saying words.
Oh God.
Well, I'm optimistically suggest you just rolled 6 ones, right?
You're going to need to make it really low or this is going to end really quickly.
Okay. I just want to check something before I announce this.
If it is, it is. We take it.
That's all I've got. No, ignore that. That's what I've got.
Yes.
Oh, actually. Can I... Oh, wait a minute. No, that... Hang on. There you go. It's in the wrong box. There you go. That's correct.
Okay. Right, that's fine. That's fine. That's all good. Okay, so that is still not gonna be good. 34 points of damage, halved.
15, 16,
Owie.
so 17 points of damage.
17 points of damage.
Okay, Laura is down.
Yep.
Laura's down.
Okay.
Ooh.
There's the problem.
And there's one left.
Yep.
Okay.
So
She's just in a heap on the floor, she's had a
Steaming
really bad
away.
day.
So this creature has run up to you. Ogvar has quickly hopped away using his translocation anklet, quite sensibly apparently, as the creature, almost looking swollen and bloated, its stomach distended massively, pops with a loud
Oh,
in front of you,
grim.
and showers you with guts and
All
acid.
over again.
As you are,
It's a new wardrobe.
yeah, you feel the burning as it pierces your
I
clothing.
don't feel anything because I'm on the floor.
And yeah, Laura blissfully passes out. So Otto, you are left missing some hair. You've got some bald spots. You're a
And
bald
lots
bear.
of skin. Yeah.
And lots of skin, yeah. As it is kind of frothing, and where this acid has touched you is frothing. As it's almost kind of melting your skin away into essentially soap.
May I ask, as I fall, does my potion break?
50% high or low.
Hi.
Okay, high's good, you roll it.
I'm going to sneeze.
Bless you.
Phew, excuse me. Oh dear,
Bless
okay.
you.
I'm getting an allergic reaction to all of this. Oh god, I'm on a percentile, aren't I? Hang on. Can I just roll it on a d20? High or low?
High or low, yeah.
Yeah. What did I say? High? Well,
High's
fuck
good.
it, that's low. So
Yeah.
I fall on my potion as well.
No, it's probably less you fall on your potion, the more the acid splatters it and melts the glass.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay,
Um,
awesome.
Yeah, and that is the end of the creature and its turn. All in one fell swoop.
There goes my
You didn't even have
potion.
to do any damage to it, see? Easy combat.
Just for the information there, that was a potion of watery breath, which would have been really useful for everybody.
Why would it be useful?
Well, because I can just gallop loads of water over everybody to wash them down, or
Oh,
wash,
right, got
wash
you.
the path down, or whatever.
I did wonder what she was doing with that. I was like, what is she doing?
So did I.
Okay,
Oh.
so end of the round. Otto.
It was 30 gallons of water as well.
He just flooded the
Not
fucking
anymore.
mine.
3 times.
It'd been like that scene from that Bond movie and flooded the mine.
Jesus Christ.
So, this thing is what, 15 feet ahead of me?
Yeah, 15 feet on the diagonal, we'll call it 15, yeah.
And when it went bang, it popped in what, 5-foot radius, 10-foot radius last time?
Oh, the last one was it was about 10-foot radius.
Okay. I don't have a huge number of options here because I've got to take it away from Allura. So he'll growl back at Ogvar to make sure that Allura's okay. And then he's going to do a stupid clever thing, or a clever stupid thing, I'm not sure which it is. And it's an attempt at bull rush. This last thing,
Ooh,
to try and knock it
saucy.
back away from them, so that there's a chance that, although Allura's gone down, that hopefully she doesn't just, die.
Just die.
Well, we're trying to avoid that if we
Okay.
can. It's tricky here.
Aw.
But he'll try this as part of a charge. It's
Okay.
going to be full round, and hopefully we can make something happen here.
It's alright, she's got no fuss funeral arrangements, it's fine.
Yeah, it's going to be less of a fuss if there's
Easy
no
to-
body, right?
Yeah, exactly. I was just going to say, easy disposal there.
Okay.
Right, okay, so do you need me to make any rolls there, Rick?
Yeah, so the first thing is I do not have the improved bull rush feat, so I move next to it, and then you'll get an attack of opportunity on me.
Okay, so it's going to make that attack of opportunity with a 13. It's not going to hit.
No, thankfully. Okay, so plus 4 there. So it's just basically now we make an opposed strength check.
Okay.
I'm larger, so I get a plus 4 on this one.
Sweet.
That was lucky. Just rolled from a 10 onto a 17, so I have 25. I have 29.
Oof. 9, so you win.
Okay, so having beaten it, I push it back 5 feet.
Okay.
And an additional, and if I want to move with it, which I will to make sure it goes away from them, I push it back an additional 5 feet for each 5 points by which my check exceeded it. So I got 29.
Ooh.
I don't know what it got.
9, didn't we say?
Got a 9, yeah.
Yeah, so
9
20
total.
points, so that's
So 4.
It's just another
4.
20 feet.
25.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm just
And-
charging through it to push it back as much as I can.
Awesome.
Okay, and do you know if the rulings on that is if it can't be pushed backwards, it takes damage equivalent?
There is nothing on there for that. No.
Okay. Well, that's not fun at all. So what I'm going to say is for every 10 foot that it couldn't be pushed back another 5, which would be going to push it back another 5, 25. So you've managed to push it back 5 out of that 20 foot, so 10 foot of that wasn't... So 15 foot you weren't able to push back because it's hit the wall, but it is going to take equivalent of 1 level of falling, which would be 1d6. So can you roll me a d6, please, Rick?
I certainly can.
As well as any damage, extra damage, any other damage you do.
I wouldn't be doing any other damage with a bull rush. It's just 6 points
Okay.
of damage then, which is still a lot better than nothing. Thank you.
You do 6 points of damage. Sweet. And could you, pretty
reflex
please, make me a reflex save? Yes.
It went pop, didn't it?
It went pop.
Okay, so I've
Make
got
it
on there
good.
a 12 plus 7 for 19.
19. Yeah.
19.
please,
Yeah, so you
yeah.
take half damage.
How
Still
much
take
though?
half.
With... Oh, shit, those are pretty good rolls. 12, 9, 21, 27. So half of 27 points of damage.
She's actually
13?
really pleased with herself.
13 points of damage, yeah.
Well, I'm still
As you
up.
batter...
Oh my god, are you?
Yes.
Just.
Yeah, you rush up to it, you smash into it, you get your big bear paw, and you basically hoof it into the wall. As it was looking pretty rough already, but as it hits the wall, it just goes and explodes into a shower of acid that kind of spatters. Quite unfortunately, just about catches you as you are splattered with a spray of acid, and it is dead. We're out of. Well, actually, no, we're not out of combat because Laura is currently dying. Correct.
It's
Yeah.
a minor point, yeah.
Okay, so Otto, is that the end of your turn?
That would be the end of my turn. That was for an action, yeah.
Sweet. Okay, so we now go into stop Laura from dying mode. Ogvar is first up and has the first chance to do something to help.
Okay. So, he can... Right, he can do one of two things. Options are he can shuffle around in Alora's backpack to try and find a potion,
Right.
a healing potion, or he can shuffle around. I'm just having a look at what he's got in his inventory. He's got lots in his inventory.
Can
He's
I
got
recommend?
He's got. Yes.
Otto
A potion of not
has
dying.
got a tiny amount of healing magic. So if he was just to try and bind your wound, if that doesn't
He's
work,
also
then Otto can
he's
get
also
that.
got Kyotum's ointment, and he has a potion of cure moderate wounds.
So make a decision. Would Ogvar go and find something out of his own bag, or would he find something out of your bag? Make that decision to start off with.
Ooh. I actually think that he would. I think that he would probably take something from his own bag.
Yep, okay,
I
so
think.
if it's something that Ogvar's got,
Well, he has Kyotum's ointment. I don't know how that works.
don't think Kyotum's ointment is healing.
It is.
Yeah, it's a salve of some sort.
It is.
it? Oh, it's a salve, isn't
It's
it?
like a salve, but I don't know what the...
You need a lot of fucking salve for that.
Hang on a minute. Have a look at... Bear with me. Let's just see what it does. Sorry. Oh, shit. Kyotum's key. Kyotum's...
Okay.
It's
Here you go.
ointment.
If it's rubbed on a body,
Thank
it heals moderate wounds. Oh. That doesn't help, does it?
It's page 111, but in which book, I don't know. I think it's probably in the Magic Item Compendium or something. It's not in the Magic Item Compendium. It's not on page 111 anyway. It's possibly...
There you go.
in
1d8 plus 5
Okay.
hit points.
1d8 plus 5.
Yeah.
I think there are several uses. I don't know how many uses. Oh, he's got 3 uses left on it. So I think he would probably use one of those uses.
Yes. Okay, so Ogmar's going to rustle around his bag, he's going to run up to you, he's going to get out the Kyoto's ointment and he's going to butter you up with it. As he heals you up for 1d8, was it?
1d8 plus 5, did you say?
Yeah.
Well, you,
Right, 1d8 plus
so that's
5.
3 plus 5,
You roll it for
so
me.
that's 8 points of healing, so you are stabilised and back up with 8? Is it back up with 8 or is it just stabilised and
hang
back
on,
up with 1?
I think...
Because any form of healing will stop you from dying
I think
and
it just-
stabilise you.
I think it stabilises me. I don't think you... Do you get all the hit points on that, Rick, do you know?
Yeah, you still get the hit points, yeah.
Yeah.
So I would...
So you're back up with 8.
So I was on -2, so I would be back
No,
up on 6?
You're
Yeah.
Yeah, back
back
up on 6.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
Okay, thank you. So we'll just say that. So, run through that again.
Yeah, so Ogvar runs over. Oh, hang on, Laura. As he pulls out his pot of Kyotum's ointment and he starts, a little bit there, a little bit there, a little bit there. Oh, you've got a little bit on your nose. And as he starts kind of dabbing Kyotum's ointment all over you. And basically starts, you feel kind of the effects of the healing sink in, and you are back up with 6 hit points when you kind of come round.
Right.
As Ogvar's like, a little bit there. Oh, your eyebrow's missing again.
Well, that shortened it. Saved me clipping that today.
Okay, and you are back up, and we are now out of combat. Sweet.
Faced with some warg-like creatures, a bitter battle had immediately broken out, and these foul creatures with their slashed and stinking skin wasted no time in declaring death upon the party. It soon became clear that they were formidable foes, and with their corrosive constitutions could well have been the companions' undoing.